Now, finding unknowns when roots are given. Well, you'll not really be given easy questions for synthetic division, and one of those questions is something like this. Basically, what this says is you've been given this cubic expression, and these a and b, you have to find out their values. And the only information that's been given to us is that -2 and 2 are the roots of this polynomial, which means that upon synthetic division, two times obviously, once with -2 and once with 2, the remainders of those synthetic divisions will be equal to 0. Now, basically, x minus 2, x is equal to -2, and x is equal to 2. So x plus 2 is equal to 0, and x minus 2 is equal to 0. So what this means is that x plus 2 and x minus 2 are factors of this cubic expression. Now let's go down to the synthetic division. So we'll let this cubic expression be a function of p, and we've been given these two solutions. So we've already discussed before how we do synthetic division, but just for reminder's sake, let me explain it again. You write down this, any one of these basically. You can choose any of these roots that have been provided to you. First, we'll do you'll perform synthetic division twice, as you've been given two roots. So we have this we have this -2. We'll write it down over here, and then you'll write down these four terms. These four terms are the coefficients of this cubic expression. 1 is the coefficient of x cubed, -4 is the coefficient of x squared, a is the coefficient of x, and b is the last constant. So what you'll do is first you'll write down this 1 as it is. You'll multiply this -2 with this 1. The result, which is -2, will be written down underneath the next number, which is -4. Now, you'll add up -4 and -2. That'll give you -6. You'll multiply this -2 with this -6. And then the result, which is 12, will be written down underneath the next number, a. And then you'll add a and 12. So that'll give you a plus 12. You'll multiply this -2 with this a plus 12 again. And that'll give you basically this -2a minus 24. And you write down -2a minus 24 underneath the last constant, which is b. And once you add them up, they will give you the remainder. And -2 plus b minus 24 is basically the remainder. Now, obviously, you'll ignore the remainder and you look at the coefficients. These three coefficients over here. Now, these three coefficients are basically, just this down over here, they're basically the coefficients of the quadratic term that x plus 2 over here is being multiplied with. So this basically gives you x plus 2, and over here you'll be writing down the quadratic expression, which is 1 is the coefficient of x squared, so x squared, -6 is the coefficient of x, so -6x, and this is the constant, a plus 12. So this will become plus a plus 12. This is the quadratic expression. Now, this x minus 2 over here, this is a factor of this quadratic expression, obviously. So you write down this 2 over here, and obviously you'll perform synthetic division again. So this one will be written down as it is. Then 2 will be multiplied with it. The result underneath this -6. This -6 will be added with 2. So this will give you -4. This -2, this 2 will be multiplied with -4. That will give you -8. And that will be written down underneath the last constant, which is this a plus 12. So upon adding a plus 12 and -8, you get this a plus 4. A plus 12 and -8, and then you get this a plus 4 as the remainder. Now, since -2 and 2 are confirmed roots of the polynomial, that means that the remainders that are provided to these two remainders are both equal to 0. So You'll write down both is equal to 0. So you'll get this value of a as -4 when you put a plus 4 is equal to 0. And then you'll plug in the value of a, which is -4, into this second equation. And upon doing that, you'll find the value of b, which is 16. So you have found the values of a and b. And hence, you've solved the question.